follow the @Ricardo_knows breakfast time with Waffle and Richard podcast. Of course, Becca, sponsored by @PatsFanBE. We thank Tim every single week, sitting front row here. Best seat in the house for Wrestling Open. Great seat for this first time ever encounter.
Well, the last time we saw Becca here at Wrestling Open, she said, I want some big-time opponents. Wrestling Open, give me a challenge. I think it is. My question is, does she think it is?
That's true. I think that Mimi's going to be considered one of the hottest free agents on the market right now. So I think the same could be said from Becca.
Clearly taking Mimi a little lightly here by mocking her like that.
Certainly not going to question that. All right, Paul, I'll get a cape for commentary. You're going to wear whatever get-up Becca's got on.
That's a hard pass by me. Maybe our director, John Roy, would partake, but nonetheless.
There you see the strength on display as Becca was looking for an arm drag out of the collar and elbow tie-up, having to grab a handful of hair behind the official's back to gain an advantage. And there we go, a little bit more leverage from Mimi. Not that I'm sure, I don't even know that she needs it in this match, and going for a quick pin with that sweep.
And a nice job there by Mimi. I think Becca might have been taking her a little lightly there at the beginning, but Mimi showing Becca that she is definitely here to compete.
Both competitors jockeying for position as Becca was looking for a suplex. Now another pin attempt from the Notorious Mimi.
That was a tremendous pin attempt right there. She was able to get that bridge too. I'm surprised Becca got out so easily.
Able to bypass Becca right there. Oh, just clocked her.
Shot right across the face, and of course, Becca earlier this week said, we were actually former tag team partners, so they have that very limited history together.
Sure, competing alongside one another at AEW Dark as Mimi, I don't know what that's actually called, but I've always heard that referred to as flushing the toilet.
Well, I'll let you say whatever you want to say, as tries the hip toss, but there is a forearm right across the bush, and Becca looking to take control of this contest.
Just announced earlier this week, Becca's going to be making her MLW debut, so definitely two of the hottest free agents in all of independent wrestling, locking up for the first time here at Wrestling Open tonight. Neither able to get a decided advantage, a lot of back and forth action, as Mimi able to use that cross body into the pin, only good for a 2 count.
Only a count of 2, says referee Scott Robinson, as this crowd getting behind the Notorious Mimi. She has all the attributes to have a very successful career, but being in there against somebody like Becca, who can do tricks like that, follows it up with a German suplex.
All impact on that suplex, folded her in half. Now with the lateral press, leg hooked.
As Becca now showing signs of frustration here, and she should. I mean, she went in there, she mocked Mimi, was taking her lightly, but this might be the biggest test she's had at Wrestling Open.
I would certainly agree with that, Paul. Becca stomping away at her opponent, trying to keep her down on the mat. Now just grinding her throat to the ropes. Got to be careful not to get disqualified. Those steel cables that hold the wrestling ring together. And Mimi just trying to push her opponent away to try and bring air to her lungs. Another handful of hair and another shot to the throat.
Still to come tonight, Eliminator Cup Tag Team titles on the line. The Miracle Generation defend against Brick City. And of course that message that is very personal from the main event, Midas Black and Jay Lyon, to follow the conclusion of that contest. Off the ropes goes Becca, hits a splash, makes the cover. Count of 2, but use that hashtag. Let us know what you think.
Once again mocking Mimi with the angel's wings. Becca not seeming in any rush to end things. All the matches here tonight contested to a 10-minute time limit, except tonight's main event. 20 minutes to decide who the Eliminator Cup Tag Team titles will go home with. Whether it's going to be the Miracle Generation retaining or the Brick City Boys victorious in their series of matches. As Becca, another well-placed kick to the breadbasket, just stopping the momentum of Mimi. A snap suplex, and again trying to hook the leg.
But only getting a count of 1, and I think that's a clear message from Mimi to Becca, because to kick out at 1, this deep into a contest, takes a lot of energy.
Absolutely. It may only seem like a second, but when you are down on that mat, the time between the counts is an eternity, Paul, for you to be able to try and get your wits about you.
She's gonna go for that 450? Well,
not like that.
No, she just paid for it.
I mean, she might be going for a 450 inadvertently. Big body slam from the top rope from Mimi. Let's see if Mimi can find her second win. Maybe she's got an angel in her corner.
Mimi looking to bounce back, pick up a huge win here at Wrestling Open against a talent the level of Becca. it would be a huge shot in the arm for her as she sends Becca crashing down with a couple of back elbows. Face to the knee. Becca charges in. Maybe a neck breaker, no.
Well, very disorienting, spinning her opponent around, taking her down with the face breaker.
Went for that X Factor, unable to secure that 3 count. And you hear it, they only have 5 minutes to go. This has been a hell of a pace for 5 minutes.
But Paul, that was 2 consecutive shots to the face of Becca. You're gonna be wondering if her brains are scrambled right now.
Puts Mimi's own arm behind her head so she couldn't defend herself.
Clear shot for the heart punch. And a backdrop driver.
Strength and balance on display, but not enough to get that 3 count.
It's going to take a lot of power for Becca to keep Mimi down. Almost wonder, right? The clock is ticking to try and pivot to a submission strategy.
Becca one-on-one with Notorious Mimi here at Wrestling Open. What a night we have had so far, and still so much more to come as Becca showing that anger that she has. Bit of a temper from time to time.
Might be looking for a powerbomb, a pile driver. We'll never know. The jackknife pin! Just a second away once again. Becca back up to her feet first. Oh, just a straight right hand. That'll knock you out. Mimi stopped in her tracks. We're gonna build momentum off the ropes. Huge pump kick. Becca's out.
Just dropped her. She's out.
Huge upset.
But Becca hanging on here, clinging in this contest against the Notorious Mimi. As Becca, she's on the back foot here after talking a big game early on.
Mimi might be looking for a kryptonite crunch. Becca trying to find her footing. Now into a fireman's carry. Becca holding on to the ropes. Got to be careful not to get sent to the floor, but again using the ropes to bend the rules. Kick Mimi in the head.
She caught her big with that kick, and you said it. She bent the rules right there by draping that neck on the top rope, and now she is going to said top rope. Hits the 450. Unbelievable. Becca's your winner.
The time of the fall, 7 minutes, 2 seconds. Here is your winner, your favorite international pop star, Becca!
She doubted the skills of Mimi early on. I think she was clearly able to see that Mimi was bringing the fight to her here tonight. May have taken a little bit of a shortcut, but in the end, Becca picks up the win.
Oh, you got to put your money where your mouth is here at Wrestling Open. Tough loss for Notorious Mimi. Big win for Becca.